just like that, we left the city behind and started driving into the vast Israeli desert. We made a quick pit stop at St. George's Monastery, which is a monastery that hangs off of a cliff. The complex is literally carved into a sheer rock wall. For being in the middle of the desert, it has a very lush garden. We made some new friends along the way and got some new headgear to boot.
We're here at Qumran. Nice hair. We're here at Qumran.
Qumran is where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found.
Yeah, so we're gonna hike up and maybe see if we can find some more Dead Sea Scrolls.
They were found in the summer of 1947.
And we look a little red because we've been in the sun a little bit.
It's a little hot in the desert.
It's the desert, so Dead Sea is just over here. So we're gonna go maybe a little bit later and hop in the Dead Sea and swim, float, and maybe put mud on ourselves. We'll see.
On the way, we took a detour to En Gedi Nature Reserve and the Wadi David, or Waterfall of David. It's a beautiful hike with spectacular views.
Where are you from? Israel! Israel!
En Gedi literally means spring of the kid as in young goat. This park was full of the Nubian ibed, a type of ibex goat. Besides the ibex, En Gedi is known to house wolves, foxes, and bats, along with many birds of prey. Finally, we arrived at the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea has attracted visitors from around the Mediterranean basin for thousands of years. Even King Herod the Great created a health resort here. The Dead Sea is a salt lake that is 1,412 feet below sea level. This makes it Earth's lowest elevation on land. The lake is 997 feet deep, which makes it the deepest hypersaline lake in the world. Its salinity is 34.2%, which makes it one of the world's saltiest bodies of water. It is 9.6 times saltier than the ocean. Because of the hypersalinity, swimming becomes similar to floating as our bodies become much more buoyant. The Dead Sea currently is receding at a swift rate, which is causing problems. Luckily, scientists and the government of Jordan are coming up with plans to counteract the receding sea. We went on to spend the night at the En Gedi kibbutz, which was right on the edge of the Dead Sea. It had a beautiful spa with a saltwater soak and a stellar view.
Guys, we're heading to dinner. It's been a long day. We're hungry. But man, do we clean up good.
We were a little worried that once we left the city, we would not have as many plant-based options. But clearly, as you can see, there's always salad, vegetables, hummus, fruit, tons of pita, and even quiches made from chickpea flour.
Morning, guys. Whew. It's an early morning. It is dark outside. Got my coffee. So we're just hopped in the car. We're heading down the road early in the morning. I think it's like 5.
It's 4.
4. Oh, because the time change. So it's like 4 in the morning. Heading down the road. Gonna go to Masada, Israel. So Masada is this flat tabletop mountain in the middle of the desert right next to the Red Sea. King Herod built a palace on top of the mountain. So we're going to see the remnants of that after the Israelites got kicked out of their country by the Romans. Their last holdout was on top of Masada. So we can tell you more of the story when we get to the top.
And that started a race against the sunrise. We worked hard to get to the top of the steep hike before the sun actually rose.
The view's pretty nice from up here, I'll tell you what. We're almost there, on top of the snake path to Masada. What do you think?
I think it's a workout, but I also think it's very beautiful.
We took the Snake Trail, which is about a 980-foot elevation gain.
made it. Sunrise at Masada.
Masada actually means fortress, and it was used as a fortress as early as the 1st century BC. Herod the Great built 2 extremely large palaces at the top. These were created as a refuge for himself in the event of a revolt. So we're here at the North Palace. That's all like original color painting from Romans from Herod's time. The columns are all original. We're like on the edge of this cliff. I wish we could show you like the cliffness of it. It's unreal. Look at how steep that is. You can see way down there our car. We walked all the way up here. Yeah, we did. Ooh-wee. According to historical records, in 70 AD, there was a group of Jewish rebels who fled the Romans and ended up having their last stand at the top of Masada. The Romans built a ramp to get to the refuge. Once Roman troops entered the fortress, they discovered that the defendants had set all the buildings on fire and committed mass suicide. Overall, 960 men, women, and children were found dead. Only 2 women and 5 children were found alive. After witnessing that spectacular sunrise, we got back in the car and headed towards Eilat across the border into Jordan. We filmed the entire border crossing, but we didn't know it was illegal, and our film was actually forcefully deleted by a very polite but super intimidating Israeli lady soldier. Nevertheless, we ended up staying in this beautiful hotel in Aqaba, full of fresh flowers and opulent aromas.
I think he needs a new speaker.
We had a great day exploring the Red Sea and enveloping ourselves in the Jordanian city culture. The Jordanian food was quite impressive. It was full of fresh hummus, olives, and creative salads. Aqaba is Jordan's only coastal city, and it sits between the continents of Asia and Africa. Join us next time as we explore the ancient complex of Petra and then spend the night in a Bedouin camp before visiting the famous Wadi Rum desert.